Thank you so much to our DIY princess Zoe for another incredible creation over there. But now we are continuing with Women's Month theme, and today we chat to a lady who is making waves and dents within the civil society and data industries. I'm so excited to welcome Terrina Govender, who has just been named as one of Mail and Guardian's top 200 young South Africans for 2016. I think that deserves a clap. Terrina, how are you?
Good, thank you, Leanne.
It's so good to have you in studio. I love women that are doing amazing things and just showing us that anything is possible. Now tell me, how has this achievement changed your outlook at what it is that you do? And just contextualize that for our audience who's maybe wondering, what does that actually include?
Yeah, so I mean, before this award, I was just someone who was frustrated with like a lot of the systems, and now it's given me a lot of positive inertia to carry on doing what I'm doing. In my job, I work at quite a structural level to create impact and change as an international development consultant, and then this helps me to work at a grassroots level to really use and apply data and what I've learned to populations and regions that need it.
Yeah, this is such an amazing award. Like, I think it doesn't come easily. If it did, then everybody would be getting it, so well done for getting it. But you do work in a very complex, male-dominated industry. What does that say for women like you that are making waves and kind of paving the path for the rest of us as well?
It's really interesting because tech is incredibly male-dominated.
It is,
I worked at Google before this, and I studied software engineering.
Yeah.
So, I've always been in a male-dominated field. And this sort of recognition gives women the ability to stand up and say, take me seriously, I'm here as well, but in a subtle way. Yeah. Just, you carry on, you plug, you do what you do, and, we get there.
I love it. Now, not only has Terrina been named one of the top 200 for 2016, but she's also been recognized as a global young innovator by the United Nations agency ITU. Do these acknowledgements show you that there is a space for South Africans and specifically for women in these industries?
I think in tech and in global development, there's not enough of an African voice. There's a lot of interest and funding and just general, people want to help and want to make an impact in Africa, but they don't understand necessarily the African context. So there's definitely a space for that female voice and for the African voice to come through, and that came through a lot with the United Nations, as most of the other the other winners were from developing countries and were also female. So it says a lot about where we're heading towards.
I love it. You know what? I'm so passionate about women. I'm so passionate about pushing the cause forward of us being able to go into every single industry and show that, yes, we can. What is your kind of, motivation to any woman right now who's possibly sitting in a very dominated arena by males who wants to also do certain things and maybe is feeling that she can't do it?
One of the things that I would say is find your own voice, and that doesn't have to be a boisterous voice, it doesn't have to be a loud voice, but as long as it's persistent and you just stick to it, I think that's the main gist of it. If you can, you must.
If you
so
can,
carry on.
You must. I absolutely love that. Terrina Govender, who has been named one of Mail and Guardian's top 200 young South Africans for 2016, doing amazing things. Thank you so much for being on our show this morning.
Always.
You're incredible. I feel inspired, and I certainly hope that you feel inspired too. Well, it's time for us to check out what else is happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Over to the boys.